Hey there, sweetness, how goes it? I do hope that it goes well. Quick name of the game. If there's anything connective to this collective, that's beautiful. I invite you to take that issue with you. If, however, nothing here resonates, that's all right. You just leave it right where you fucking found it. It's probably a piece of information that was meant for somebody else in the collective. You should never take something off the table or in general that does not belong to you. Please keep in mind that time may be fluid as well as energy, and let's get into it, shall we? Oh yes, we fucking shall. What are we getting into? Collective messages, title after the reading. Welcome, homies. Please do the tribe a favor. Make sure you get them lights up on your way in. Spirit of love, truth, grace, and guidance, please guide myself, guide these messages, guide this collective. Please guide us all, always and always. Thank you. Robot mouth. I'm channeling a feeling of my mouth being very robotic, like this emphasis of my brain having to tell my mouth what words to speak and how to speak them. There's something really important about that, all right? First, we're going to start with a card from my handmade deck, Musical Chairs. That is a song for you guys. You have Avery Anna, Narcissist. I know you'll get over me, but can you go and get over yourself? Before you go and love somebody else, you should probably get some help. Immediately, there's an energy of lies, deceit, disarray. Hello, welcome in everyone. Welcome. Thankful to see you guys here. Thank you for your comments. Thank you for hitting that like button and boosting the video through the algorithm. So, it's like somebody used their mouth to think out and force out these lies to deceive someone else. Collective, I feel like you majorly are the deceived. And if that's true, I'm here to tell you that I love you, and that you're going to be all right. You're going to be better off on the other side of it. Then go somewhere where you can only find Jesus. What's the point of running your mouth? Go somewhere else. Don't watch my channel. Don't watch my content. If you're so scared, have a nice day. Bye-bye. All right, messages for the collective. What do the homies need to know? That Jesus was a whole lot less fucking judgmental than people pretend he was. Why don't you go ahead and evaluate medium and middle. The middle road, that middle path y'all are always walking. Educate yourself before you come on here making yourself look real stupid. Come on, shrimp biscuit. Yes, card games are great. Ooh, ending energy. This is my Mystic Gypsy deck. I just put some stickers and some words and I read it from there. It's a moth with a dagger through it with the word left. Teabag, how are things going in the reverse? All right. So what I get from that is door closed. Shut this energy down. Shut that shit right down. You want to lie to me? You want to deceive me. You want to show me how selfish you are. You want to show me how much you don't care about me because it's all about you and yourself. Well, fine. Shut the door. I'm going to leave now. Beep, beep, beep. And there's nothing left to be said. No more questions to be asked. Nothing else to generate here. Just done. I support that. I support that business right there. Walking away from the dysfunction, putting an end to it. Fucking congratulations. And I give you your flowers. Okay, well, how about this? Just a chill guy. 241. I used to just be a Christian. I was born and raised Christian. I was beaten into that role, actually. Slapped into it, busted into it, and told if I didn't just fucking comply, then I was going to be sent to hell and burn and all this shit. Someday we grow up and we realize that that organized bullshit ain't it. If we're lucky. Sounds like you might have backtracked just a little bit. All right, well, then it wouldn't have happened. In my humble opinion, if God didn't want it done to me, it wouldn't have been done. It wouldn't have happened. It did. It made me who I am. And who I am is somebody strong in her faith. And who likes to play cards. So, yes, there are plenty of people in this little tarot verse that get on here and talk to demons. Get on here and want to do the most evil shit. They literally just want to, spit, spew, curse, fucking just all of it. All of it. I mean, you see them and they're like fucking drinking blood. Oh, hell no. I just want to talk to spirit. I just want to talk to God. And I don't want to have to go through everybody else and their channels in order to have to do so. And by their channels, I mean the churches. I mean the members. I mean the, fucking well-to-doers. Because it's not really well-to-do, is it? Okay. I have a different standpoint on that. It was not of my free will to be hurt or harmed. I did nothing to earn it. I wasn't born evil. So when really terrible things happen to people like children, okay, but in mine there is. I do have a higher power. I don't believe that I animate myself. I believe that I'm in charge of getting to animate myself, but something puts the breath in there for me to be able to breathe it. I don't think I am all there is. And every reader is different. So to sit there and assume that you know every medium and every reader and every soul, it's kind of blasphemous. Because you don't. But yes, I do believe that something does. Messages for the collective, messages for the homies. What do they need to know? This is it for the handmade cards. That's all you guys needed for those. We're going to get into this stack. I'm going to entertain this for one more moment. What power am I taking into my own hands? What divine authority am I trying to take into my own hands? By picking up a card that makes me feel like I'm connected to the divine authority. I'm not trying to predict and alter anything, actually. I'm connecting. Connecting. But to me, yes. If I can sit here and see a card that talks about trauma, a card that talks about deceit, a card that talks about lies, a card that talks about this and that, and be like, oh, fuck, I've seen this before, and let somebody know, hey, just so you know, if this, and this are happening around you, there's a really good chance that you just might have to experience this. That's witnessing from my journey. Again, maybe understand things before you try and pick them apart so hard negatively. Pick them apart to understand. Messages for the collective. Messages for the homies. What do they need? What do they need? Which Bible? Which Bible should I give another chance on my own terms? The King James Version, because that's what's prominent and popular in my area. That's what I was born and raised on. Should I give the King James Version another chance? Is that what you read? Boom! Thank you. Opened up immediately. Connection. That's what we're looking for. I don't gotta defend it. I can, but I don't gotta. Mount Shasta. Your origins, the seeds that make you what and who you are, star beings, sacred power places, unexplained mystical phenomena, intuitive messages and downloads, dreams and visions. Aware that their entire continent would be destroyed, the Lemurians traveled to other parts of the globe. Mount Shasta has a profound connection with the Lemurian people, as it was one place that they journeyed. There are many tales of multidimensional beings living inside the mountain and sightings of all kinds of unusual phenomena here. When I received the intuitive message that I would be writing and delving more deeply into the emerging theme of these cards, I had a strong vision to visit this mountain and channel a painting on it. After a range of synchronicities, I found myself there. The ambiance of this magical place cannot be denied, and the image you see on this card is what came through. Mount Shasta also seems to have a connection to star beings and portals to multiple worlds and parallel realities. On arrival at Mount Shasta town, I was involved in a Pleiadian channeling circle where I had a vision of the stars communicating with the mountain through light code, and interconnected glowing grid lines lay over the entire earth. I've experienced these luminescent grid lines before. I'm going to pause really quick. I just did a Homie Haven hangout right before this live. Has, I think, maybe a purple heart on it. No, it has the sunglass emoji. But I was literally sitting here just getting stoned and dabbing on my table little light balls. Let's see if I can show you guys. I can't. The mountains, the light codes, the light balls. At first they were just little speckles, and then I realized that they were light flecks, pieces, orbs, something. And I was literally just doing that right before we started this. So something really important about the mountains and light, codes, origins. I've been told I can put my hand into them and connect my healing light with all the other lights doing their work across the planet. I was speaking of the luminescent grid lines. During my time at Mount Shasta, I came to understand there have been many UFO sightings there, and I realized how connected the Lemurians were to star beings. Further research revealed several accounts of Lemurians being of mixed origins from throughout the universe. This place holds many stories, and I had my insights, but it felt right to keep the imagery for this card simple. I felt as if what was depicted spoke beyond the mind. I was quite perplexed at what the meaning of this card could be. I knew Mount Shasta would be an important card in the deck, but I didn't realize how significant it would be until the following was revealed. I planned to include symbols on the 10 chakra cards that would activate the chakras, but I wasn't sure how. The creation of these cards has been a profound unfolding. That word has come up for me multiple times today, unfolding, unfolding. And when I sought guidance, I received the message that the chakra activation codes were in this Mount Shasta painting. There was a symbol for each of the chakras, and you can find them on the bottom left-hand side of the chakra cards. This image is the seed crystal that this whole deck is based around. The divinatory meaning for this card. This card is about origins. It is time to honor and look more deeply into your ancestry, both your bloodline and your etheric lineage. Do you have an affinity with any star beings? Connecting with them might allow you greater insight into your traits, your strengths, and challenges. Perhaps you have a Lemurian connection. This card may also be encouraging you to visit sacred places you feel attracted to. They may have an intuitive message for you. All right. That is all I'm going to pull for cards on this one. But I am going to have a moment on this energy. I'm 34. I'm still pretty wet behind the ears. I still got a lot to learn. I look forward to learning. I don't know it all. All my opinions aren't valid fact. I'm a person, right? But I know what my experiences have been. I know what my origins are. In this life we live on this earth, I know me. So to be told that anything spiritual, anything esoteric, anything magical, it's evil because it's not born of Jesus Christ. It's not born of God. We're demonic. My first instinct is usually frustration, a little bit of anger and annoyance, like, my fucking God, this again? And then abruptly following is my sorrow for you. How bittersweet that blissful ignorance can be. I don't know any more than what I've been taught and what I've learned and lived. I know that when I was born to a Christian man and his Christian family, and I was born to a very spiritual woman and her mixed opinion family. When I was younger, I thought my mom was evil. I was taught that my mom was evil, that the things that my mom did was evil because she would write a spell or light a candle, talk to spirits, divine things. So when everybody else, like my father and his family, were berating and belittling her and telling her she was gonna go to hell and all these things, well, of course I joined right in. I threw the rocks and I didn't hide my hands. You know who never stopped loving me? You know who understood why I held such harsh judgment? Because they've been through it before and before and before. Do you know who didn't shove anything down my throat but was willing to teach me if I wanted to ask? Can you guess which one was the true pure evil in my life and which one wasn't? For a very long time, I only believed in the Christian Baptist God and Christ. And then, when the whirlwind of pain and trauma hit, I didn't even believe in them at all. Anything, anyone, nothing. I went from a Christian to a junkie real quick, feeling like I wasn't good enough, like my breath would never matter. I could never live up to the expectation. I went from a junkie to a spiritualist real fast. At some point, I decided to ask questions. And see, that's the fun part. That's the healthy part. In spirituality, questions are not just accepted, they're a massive part of the process. I found in Christianity, you aren't allowed to ask questions. You just accept what you're told about somebody else's understanding of something. Yeah. I could say more, I could say less. I'm going to leave that there. I love you all. Thank you for being here. And until we speak again, my dears, take care.